no work time that I will be assigning in future for Amenten meetings. Because that should be done outside of the Amenten meeting, and that's boring. For me to sit at that desk and work on what I need to do, and for you to sit here and work on what you need to do, and probably not as comfortably and as effectively and as efficiently as you would like to do. So there will now be more work study and meetings. I just wanted to say that. So anyway, I do want to try to sort this article out. And it is not fair that I assign certain stuff. And anything that is assigned to me that is a reflection of what I assign, I will make a production out of it. And I will, put that on to you. So I really don't know what the order of this is even in. There's just no order to this article at all. So it will just have to be out of order. So I'm just trying to just see what can happen here with things. Now I'm going to see how long I'm going to be continuing to do this so that I'm not taking all the time in the world. Okay. Hold on a moment. Yeah, 10:30. Okay, yeah, 10:30. So now this article. This is part of my plan for today. This is one of the things that we're doing. By the way, I did send that email out to all of you with all those links to all those videos. Now in the community tab of that one channel, I will be putting the GIF of the video, a little moving image, and then the description about it, and then the link to all the videos that I have published on there for you to see. So I will continually create those posts. I'm not creating so many and overwhelming all of you, but just one by one I will create that post so that you can get that link to that video and you can look forward to a new video. So I don't want to put too much stuff in there, but I'm going to be doing that just sort of throughout this, several months or however long it's going to take. Just gradually, slowly but surely, and immediate, just sort of a moderate pace of putting those posts out there, but not, all of them at once, just, too many. So I will just type out a description of the video, put a GIF or a moving image of the video, and then a link to the video so that you can click on it and watch that archived video in the past and reflect and look back on it. So that's just an option for all of you. If you want to do that, then I will be creating those for all of you to see. I will not get rid of those posts. If an odd person happens to come across what I am doing, oh well, guess what? I know what I'm doing, and the ship is sailed. I am not going to get rid of those posts and all that I have done. No. Delete is denial of what was. What point is I'm not going to do that. Anyway, this article is dealing astrologically with the energy of Scorpio as a sign. And Scorpio corresponds to 6, something really taboo. And it deals with that kind of experience, and this article talks about some of the benefits of it and how it may be a positive thing as opposed to just a flat out taboo. And it probably wouldn't be the right thing for me to assign this. So, yeah, so we'll do activities and stuff here, especially as we recount during that Venus retrograde season. Something that I'm planning to do with that is maybe doing this kind of spookified summer day where we're looking at vampires and flying creatures and seeing an episode of a series, Mystery Incorporated, and then maybe designing or drawing out or creating a sort of creature and creating a story about this creature and the legend of it and the myth of it, which is sort of what I remember doing in September 2015. We did a spookified weekend where on Saturday we looked at an episode of Scooby-Doo with Char Gargothicon, which is the beast that had no name, which is this creepy, thing. And then we looked at that episode, and the next day we looked at mystical or mythological flying creatures like griffins and vampires, and you were basically writing out and explaining what your flying creature was, but I want to maybe take that a step further this time and have you design and have you craft out a story of the creature flying, and hopefully by then I will be feeling more pure and more peaceful and content without it being so fragile and having a beginner's mind and new perspective over certain things. So I do want to do that. Another idea that I'm thinking about for Venus retrograde season this year is putting on a garage sale, because what is Venus and Leo but material stuff and the finer things in life? And with garage sales, it's sort of older stuff that you're giving away, right? Retail stuff. And Venus in retrograde, the re-energy to recollect or to re-buy or to refurnish, like this older object is getting used and bought. So I do want to have a rummage sales and garage sales for one of those Fridays going on. Because Leo is the material, and we want to be as flavorful in the material world as we can. But we do want to consider the Venus retrograde. And I also think about foods with Venus retrograde and Leo cuisine. Especially in maybe some foods that would make sense for that transit. And, we'll see what we come up with and do a dinner or something, or, something else, or maybe look at I don't know, past case scenarios on lovers from the past. I don't know. I'll think about it, and then it'll be a big deal. And I have a plan that when Venus stations retrograde, we're going to have an Amenten meeting at the moment that it goes retrograde. And I'm going to play the piano and play the little song. And Venus in retrograde is one of the songs for the summer concert for this in choir. You're practicing your summer songs, summer music, or for spring concert and winter concert, because they're back-to-back, March 20th and March 21st. The summer concert will be June 22nd at 7 p.m. And Venus in Retrograde. This song goes something like this. I'm going to play it in the key of D for all of you. It's not the right mode that I want. Well, that's loud. So, so this is the Venus retrograde song. So for those in here, you can hear it. I have microphones up there, so some people up there might not be able to hear it, but this is how it goes. Wait. So that's how it goes. So do 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 do. So that's the song and what I hear for that song. And so that'll be one of your summer 2023 concert songs, which is entirely my creation, entirely. I just want to tell you and make that clear up front. But there may be more dances and stuff with Venus retrograde stuff going on. What time is it now? Because I may not get through what I wanted. Okay. So I'll try to bring back stuff from the past and see what I can do with digging through those archives and recreate stuff that we can do during that time period. But I do plan to watch Mr. Incorporated, those Scooby-Doo episodes at that time. Just sort of come around 8 years since I did that, and so we're going to be exploring that. I think Stranger Things is due to come out this summer, which is a Netflix series during that Venus retrograde season, so it's interesting. Thing about the spookified thing. And also something else that we'll be watching. I was digging through the archives of videos for that Venus retrograde season in 2015. And the actor who played Mr. Conductor in The Magic Railroad, a Thomas and Friends film, whose name is Eric Baldwin, I think. He'll be coming. And we'll probably also be watching The Magic Railroad, which is interesting. It's been a while since I've watched that film. Maybe I'll watch it again. What the heck? It is a Thomas and Friends film, which involves the real world and then Sodor sort of put into one film, and it's a whole storyline, and it's quite a good film. It was a really beautiful song called How the Moon Must Feel, and it'll also be one of the songs for your June 2020 or summer 2023 concert. Customs that we'll be exploring, and you can look this up on the Amenten website. This custom's been on there for many years now. The Closer and Powers custom, if Kelly Rosano, she is MIA and off the face of the earth right now, and it's a mystery where she is. I imagine that she went to an island in the sea, and she's, alone and in bliss there. But I don't know where she is, and a lot of people follow her. She has a huge following on YouTube. She's made astrology videos, and all of a sudden she just left without announcing that she would leave, without anything. So I really do want to have her come to the Amenten and stay for a good period of time during the Venus retrograde season, because she made a video about Venus retrograde in Leo in 2015, and I really do see her and who she is combined with the summertime and Venus retrograde in Leo season, because she has a lot of Leo in her natal chart, or Moon in Leo, or Venus in Leo, stuff like that. She was born on the cusp of Leo and Virgo, on the cusp of exposure. So, anyway, basically, wants people to admire it as a sign, wants to, it's a sign that asks, how do I look? And, really cares about its appearances and how it is shining. And Virgo's obviously is very conscientious about its details and stuff going on. So, anyway, the sort of shy, introverted signs. Leo can be a shy sign, actually, especially with water. If there's like a lot of water in the chart of a Leo, or someone with Sun in Leo, Moon in Leo, they're more introverted because they're a new moon person. New moon people are more introverted and reflective. So, in their nature. But, anyway, so this is just some plans, some birth plans. But this article has to do with Scorpio, and we'll see how far we can get with the time that we have remaining. So, let's just see how it sounds. So this is the beginning of the article. Sex is good. Sex is healthy. It's an essential part of our social fabric, and you specifically should probably be having more of it. Americans in the midst of, now, how I found this article. It was one of the options for an assignment that I had to do for Jessup Bonstetter, who has Venus retrograde in his chart, actually. He was born under a Venus retrograde in Aries. When the last time Venus was retrograde in the sign of Aries in 2017, Colette Baron Reed's Oracle School began. that spring. And that's a huge part of her work is her oracle school, where people use oracle cards as a tool for spiritual empowerment and meaning and guidance in a way that is sort of elevated than normal, than just having a deck. I had a dream that I was sitting and watching a video of her giving her collective oracle reading, and I just have made a vow to myself I wouldn't watch those videos because they give away information, and I just feel like it's just on the surface, and I prefer Lee Harris's energy updates. If I had a choice, I'll watch that. She does have a new oracle card deck called, I think it's called the Dreamweaver's Oracle. And maybe I will probably perhaps pull a card for that sometime. It's available online right now. But anyway, actually, well, certain vows I made save for Oracle Palooza Virtual. I'm probably going to see if I can try to go this year. Because Saturn's in Pisces. Getting serious about and stuff. So either you embrace the spirituality, or you are just, instead of being a match that is lit of, wow, you're on track, you're really getting grounded and legitimate with your spiritual trajectory of where you're going. You're learning about healthy compassion, you're learning about boundaries, you're learning about self-love and faith and clarity and feeling your feelings and allowing stuff to be what it is. You're learning about nourishing others as well. Or you're on the path of spiritual narcolepsy and you're leaving behind the spirituality and you're putting it on a back burner, and you're a match that instead of lighting up just is a dead and just burns itself out. So the choice is yours, but either you take the spirituality and you embrace it, or you just want to alienize yourself from it as much as you can in your life, which is not what Saturn in Pisces asks you and invites you to do. So, it is healthy, is an essential part. I remember the summer of 2018 we read Gregor the Overlander. That was the summer that we read those the Underland Chronicles series. For those of you that were here in the summer of 2018, I made a big deal about that, and we did a lot of neat things with that, and we interpreted the prophecies and all these kind of things, and this is adult. This is officially adult stuff of what I'm reading, adult content. Americans in the midst of a loneliness epidemic are not having enough of this. It's probably a little silly if I continue reading it now. So, and the Americans in the midst of a loneliness epidemic are not having enough of this across almost every demographic group. American adults, old and young, single and coupled, rich and poor, are having less sex. I have no idea why I'm continuing to read this. Guess what? some. So the next meeting will be will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. So make sure that you're here. I will be talking about Pisces' mutable sign, going into the mutable mode in astrology. So at 7 p.m. tomorrow, please be here, and I hope that you will all redeem yourselves when it comes to being prepared and when it comes to being where you need to be at the time that meeting begins. So anyway, that's it for today, everybody. Have a great day. Get stuff done. Be productive. If you want to come to the clubist meeting later today, it is at 1:30 p.m. this afternoon. So that's it for now.